suitably apologetic. Probably the worst thing he's done so far in the game. I think they'll be very encouraged, East Bengal. Early on it looked like they might be completely overrun, but since that first 10 minutes or so they've been in the game.
I'll take you back, Jamie. You turned around and said Johor could have a hatful here, and he took game for Figueroa to add tallies to his goals.
Yeah, and neither of those things look like they need to happen at the moment. Figueroa's pretty much on the fringe of things, and I don't remember JDT having a decent chance since the goal. On the other hand, Paul, their job is to get the job done tonight, isn't it? It's a Mourinho situation. 3 points.
They've got the goal, the all-important goal in the 7th minute. Could be what takes them through to the knockout phase of this competition. Harris gets caught in possession. Payoff from Baldeep Singh. Deepak. Rajan brought into the starting lineup today. At times it looks a little bit scrambled from East Bengal. JDT not afraid to put some pressure on the ball. Yaya losing out. Considered one of the finest players of his generation. Real quality player that can cause problems and cause something out of nothing. 12 years at Selangor before joining JDT.
Yes, very much in the twilight of his career now, isn't he? His mid-30s.
Yahya terlambat. Antara pendek digunakan. Dan hujan saya kira makin bertambah lebat. Permainan makin bertambah lebat.
Yaya losing out. Considered one of the finest players of his generation. Real quality player that can cause problems and cause something out of nothing. 12 years at Selangor before joining JDT.
Yes, very much in the twilight of his career now, isn't he? His mid-30s. Oh, that's a bit naughty. That's a little bit of a headbutt there.
They're looking at the...
Set himself up very nicely, and with his weaker foot, it looked like his weaker foot as well. He's probably cursing the fact that he was born 10 years too soon, because he's played all his football in India at a time when it hasn't been a big sport. If he'd been 25 now instead of 35, I think he'd be making pretty good money.
Little nudge in the back from Shakir Shari. One, two, three.
Referee had to give one of them, didn't he, at some stage?
He's been an influential and an important player sitting in there in that defensive midfield role, allowing the likes of Shafiq Rahim, Amri Yahya just to be carefree when they go forwards.
No, he isn't. He's one with an interesting background as well, Paul. He's from a very, very big family. I think 11 siblings. Comes from a very poor area, but football was his way out, which of course is the traditional route for young sports personalities, and he's become quite a charismatic figure. He's got a glamorous wife, and he's done very well for himself.
Well, I'll tell you what, credit to Nivon Ravish Gamini. He turned around and says, I'm not taking any nonsense, and he already told Farizal before that if he carried on time wasting he would book him, and that's exactly what he's done. Well read from a Branches. Gets caught, and again breaking play up. Shakir Shari
knew what he was doing there, didn't he? Stuck the leg out. He knew he wasn't going to get that ball. That's why he went over and apologised straight away, tried to make sure he didn't get a yellow card. Done his job.
It's a nice ball over the top, looking for Cabra. Deepak with the ball in. Challenge from Baldeep Singh, not good enough really. But the second ball picked up by East Bengal. They actually won't want half time to come now, the way that they're playing. Deepak keeps it simple. Cabra. Well, it was Rafiq coming in from the wide left position that got even up above Baldeep Singh, but just couldn't guide it goal bound. But good play again.
Yeah, it's nice play. To be honest, winning a header from that kind of position with the ball coming in at an angle like that, you've really got to do awfully well to get a lot of power on it. But they've been good times for East Bengal. I think they'll have enjoyed this quarter of an hour back on the pitch. Whereas JDT look as if they can't wait to get in for half time. Maybe the second half they'll come out and play a bit more football.
Subod helping it on. Adishas with the header. That was Afwan clearing his lines. Lovely touch from Shafiq Rahim. Figueroa tees it up nicely for Amri Yahya. The best ball back from him. Reckless challenge from Deepak Mondal. Allows Amri Yahya to get in behind and draws the foul. Branches is going to go into the book as well.
It's a really silly challenge, isn't it? He's just come charging across, and he's not even really made a challenge for the ball. He's just body checked his man. You've got to stand your ground there. Don't go flying in. Oh my goodness. It's like in ice hockey, they do that on the boards, don't they? Hasn't seemed to have calmed down since he got that little knock on the chin earlier.
Half-time coming at the right time then for Branches. 1 minute to be added on. There's about 30 seconds or so left of that. Another bite of the cherry for Shafiq Rahim. Shakir Junior with a header back in for Figueroa. Strong, solid defending and headed away from Govinda Singh. And right on cue, there is the half-time whistle, Jamie.
Well, I think both teams actually made a pretty good fist of the 15 minutes. They didn't seem to have too many problems getting back into action again. And I think East Bengal will be happy with the way the first 45's gone all round. At one stage it looked like there might be quite a few goals adrift, but 1-0, not the worst situation.
Well, that was the man that made the difference, Amri Yaya, who we just saw on 7 minutes. Good work and a quick counter-attack from JDT after they dominated the opening 12-15 minutes. But it's East Bengal that have come roaring back into this game. We have had a lightning delay for 50 minutes. They've come back out, they've played the 15. It's now half-time in this Group F encounter. It's East Bengal 0, JDT 1. Second half coming up in a few minutes' time.
Fisherman's friend, kuat menyegarkan.
And so Sri Lanka beat England by 8 wickets. They take a 2-0 lead in the series. They face again on Wednesday. Okay, that's it for this edition of My EG Daily. I'm Lizanne. See you all next week.
3, 2, 1, that's a wrap.
This program is brought to you by MyEG, Malaysia's e-government service provider. No matter what they are up against, they rode a tidal wave of momentum all the way to glory. Feel the impact with bone-crushing highlights, behind-the-scene features, and the classic moments from the best in rugby. All the action in one show. World Rugby, Friday 10 p.m. on Fox Sports 2.